I'm a friend, Teresa Lisum here. I want you to think today about the subtle power of what you wear. And let's explore that a little bit today. Have you ever noticed how certain clothes instantly shift your mood or your energy? There's actually a name for that, which I didn't know. It's called Enclothed Cognition. The idea that what we wear doesn't just reflect who we are, but actively influences how we think, we feel, and we behave. Clothing carries symbolic meaning. Formal attire can increase our feelings of competence and professionalism, while comfortable clothes promote ease and calm and being relaxed. And I've seen this play out many times in my own life, especially during my teaching years. So every Friday, we were allowed to wear jeans. Everybody looked forward to that as the staff. Like, ooh, Friday's jean day. Woot woot. It was a little perk for making it through the week. But I quickly realized something interesting. When I dressed down into my jeans, my mindset followed. I was more relaxed, less structured, and honestly, less in my teacher mode. My energy belonged at home when I was dressed like that, not in front of a classroom. So eventually, I stopped wearing jeans on Friday. I needed to stay connected to my teacher identity, that version of me who led and guided and kept the classroom on track. My uniform helped me step into that role with focus and confidence. So I had a real life experience of how my clothes influenced how I was feeling and how I was presenting myself. So our brains make a connection between clothing and behavior, even if we don't realize it. So I invite you to think about how you feel when you put on something bright and colorful versus dark and muted. Bright colors tend to lift our spirits. Darker tones feel more grounded or serious. So even working from home now, I've noticed the difference. When I put on my business casual clothes, my mind just clicks into professional mode. If I wear something more relaxed and lounging type of clothing, I don't feel like I'm doing my job or following through on my business tasks or whatever. Uncomfortable clothing can also have an effect. It can distract you, make you self-conscious, and like literally drain your energy. And you don't really notice, you don't really know what's going on. But when you wear something that feels just right, you carry yourself differently, you move through your day with ease, confidence, and purpose. So I intentionally put on my business attire, it's business casual, when I'm going to be working my business during the business day. Clothing also influences how other people perceive us. Think about someone in a lab coat, or a pilot's uniform, or a police officer's attire. Instantly, we associate those clothes with competence, trust, and authority. So that outside perception is colored by what we're wearing. So my husband, who was a police officer in his career, was the perfect example. The moment he put on his uniform, his whole presence changed, his posture became straighter, his energy more alert, and people treated him a certain way based on that uniform. His clothing symbolized his purpose and his responsibility in the community. It's the same idea behind school uniforms. When I was younger, I didn't like the thought of school uniforms. They seemed too rigid, too restrictive. But over time, I understood the value. Just as my professional clothes put me in the teacher mode, uniforms can help students step into that learning mode. So now I understand the whole idea behind school uniforms. What we wear primes our mindset for the role we're about to play. Now, think about this. If clothing can shape your state of mind, why not use it intentionally? So here's a few ideas to get you started. Pay attention to color. Notice what hues or what colors make you feel calm, powerful, or joyful. Dress for your desired mindset. So choose clothes that help you embody how you want to feel that day. Do you want to feel focused, creative, relaxed, or confident? Choose your clothes based on some of those emotions that you want to feel or that mindset you want yourself to be in. Prioritize comfort and fit. Make sure you have clothing that is comfortable and fits right and allows you to move freely and supporting your energy and your presence. Align your outfit with your goals. Ask yourself, what I'm wearing today reflect the version of me I'm becoming? So that's a very future-oriented way of thinking about clothing. And just remember that clothing is a quiet form of nonverbal communication, both to the world and to ourselves. It reminds us of who we are and who we are becoming. When I took a look at my own closet not all that long ago, I realized how much black and gray I had. And that was really eye-opening and frankly shocking to me because I love color and I always thought that was reflected in my clothing choices. Yet somehow my wardrobe wasn't reflecting that. So now I try to make it a point to choose brighter pieces that mirror my energy and my joy. Am I always successful? No. But I'm trying to be more intentional about my clothing choices when I'm out purchasing new pieces. So here's a gentle and a friendly reminder, or a challenge, I should say. Take a peek into your closet this week. What do your clothes say about you? What about the season of life that you're in? What about the woman you're becoming? Maybe it's time to pop a little bit of color or a touch of softness or a power piece that reminds you of who you are when you're at your best. And my power color is yellow. Because when you dress with intention, you're not just changing your outfit, you're shifting your energy. And that, my friend, is where true confidence begins. I'm Teresa Lisum. Thank you so much for listening. Connect with me. Let's chat. Leave a comment. Share this episode with someone you know will benefit from it. And I will be with you the next time. Bye.